Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Geek Heart Games podcast. I am Sam Suvak alongside Cody Teetrick.
Hello! How's it going?
Cody, you look real excited.
I am. It's episode 5. We're killing it.
Oh yeah. I thought earlier I was thinking about it. I was like, it'd be funny if I were like, episode 532, and then just like rolled with it and see it, but I didn't
Yeah, I
do
mean,
that.
people would just be like, where'd the other...
Like, that's
like,
weird.
but
That seems weird. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't do that.
we should do that to mess with some people.
It's too late now because I already said about it, so it wouldn't be a surprise anymore. It'd be like, oh, now they're doing that joke that they talked about that wasn't funny to begin with, and it's still not funny.
We'll do it in like 50 episodes, because by then, someone will have forgotten.
All have forgotten. So
Good point.
it'd be fine. It will be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, a little bit of exciting news, which I guess I don't know. It's weird. I bought an Xbox, so that
Yay!
was like I know, like I was never like I don't need an Xbox. I don't, what am I gonna do with it? It's fine. But then once that news came out about the Games Pass and like how all of their first party games,
It's a Game Pass, not Games Pass. We have discussed this.
Have we discussed this?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure... Well, okay.
I don't think
so on
we
Kind
did.
of Funny Games Daily,
They might have discussed it.
Greg says this all the time, and I think me and you were talking about it one time, and we both said Games Pass, and I was like, it's not a Game Pass.
Well, and what's funny is even as I said it just now, I was like, it's not Games Pass, but I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. It's fine. But apparently it was not
I'm calling
fine.
shit. No,
Also, can we just interject for 1 second? Let me interrupt my own story. Portillo was on Kind of Funny Daily Show this morning, and it made me very happy. He is such a good dog. I don't even watch it because I'm at work, so I'm just listening to the audio. But like I know he's there and they talk about him, and then like he started playing with his squeak toy, and so it was just like squeaking. And it was so cute, and I love that dog. So good job, Portillo. He's a star. Everybody loves him.
I love Portillo.
How can you
not? The only
not?
reason I use Instagram is to look at pictures of Portillo, and it's probably a little weird, but whatever.
You know what? So he's got Instagram, I guess. Bitch Team Alpha has Bitch Team Pets, I think, on Instagram. And then I just saw Rooster Teeth, who does stuff with Kind of Funny. They've got an Instagram with pets. Like, everybody's got pet Instagrams. I mean, I either need to A, get on Instagram so I can check out these pets, or B, we need to start the Geek Heart Pets, although we kind of just use the Discord channel for that. So,
good point.
Which, a reminder, people, you should come join our Discord. You can see all of our fun pet pictures. That's geekheartgames.com/discord. So yeah.
You can also see us talking about podcasts returning from the dead. Black Tapes. Good podcast.
Yeah, so sometimes you'll see stuff in Discord and you're like, I don't know what these people are talking about, and then you just ignore those posts, like I did today, because I was like, I don't know what this is about. So...
It's a good podcast. You should listen to it, Sam.
Yeah, I know. I think I have Limetown is one that I was recommended.
That's a great one.
I have the first episode downloaded. I haven't listened to it yet.
You need to. Especially because season 2 is coming out this year.
Awesome. All right, so I've got that, and I've got Black Tapes. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Black Tapes.
The Black Tapes.
First 2 seasons, amazing. Third season ended like a piece of shit. And now they were like, oh, it's the end of the show. And we were like, what the fuck? But yeah, anyways, they're probably coming back.
Okay.
But we were talking about Xbox, I believe.
Okay, so the Game Pass sounded cool, and I liked that Microsoft was doing something cool. Because, like, I wanna support Microsoft if they're doing good stuff. So I've been thinking about it, and like I kind of want an Xbox now, even though I don't need one. And like there's no real reason, but I'm just like, I want it. And so I just kept thinking, it kept building inside me. And then, I was like, the next time a Halo game comes out, because I've never really played a Halo game, like I'm gonna wanna get in on that, And I'm like, well, if I'm eventually gonna want to get in on that, I might as well get in on it now, right? So I was looking at stuff, and also it just so happened that Star Wars The Last Jedi, the Blu-ray came out this week. And I was like, well, I need to get that, because I'm like already regretting that I didn't see it enough in the theaters. So it's like, I'm gonna get that, definitely. if I got an Xbox One S, then it would have 4K and I could get the 4K Blu-ray for The Last Jedi. I was like, this seems like a good idea. Because I have a 4K TV, but I don't have any like 4K things to run on it. So that was kind of my breaking point excuse. I'm like, yeah, I should do this now because of this Blu-ray that I want to get.
Does the
Don't
S does 4K? I thought the
Yeah.
X had 4K.
No, the S and the X both have 4K.
Oh,
So yeah,
well, cool.
it's a
And
real
I can
good
watch
deal.
4K videos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so it was $299 for the Xbox One S with a 1 TB hard drive, and then it came with 3 months of Game Pass and 3 months of Xbox Gold. And I was like, that's a really good deal because like I didn't really want any of the bundles that came with the game.
Yeah.
So like that's like about a $45 value just on those memberships. So really it's only like $250 for the Xbox itself. So I
Yeah.
ordered it on Best Buy. It was going to take a while to get in, so I was like, that's fine. When I went to go pick it up, the guy's like, oh, there's a sale, so you're getting $50 back also. And I was like, what? This is
That's awesome.
amazing. This is like the perfect time to buy an Xbox. So I'm pretty excited about that. Got it.
So
Got it
you
set up. Go
so
ahead.
how are you liking the like? I know a lot of people complain about the kind of not the overlay, but
The
like
user interface?
user interface.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like it so far?
I
Like,
don't like that. It's
yeah, it's
weird.
very
It's so
um
weird. It's like, I just don't know. I'll get used to it, I'm sure.
yeah, like
Um,
you like I play with my okay, so my brother and I share an Xbox One
yeah.
because we bought it to play Gears of War, and I've played it like a handful of times, and like I'm finally starting to get the hang of it after
Yeah.
playing it a few more times recently. It's very weird when you go from PlayStation to that.
Hmm.
So, but
Although, to be fair, when I first got the PS4, or actually when I just saw my friend's PS4, I was like, what is going on with this menu? I don't like it. I liked the PS3. This is weird. But now I love it. And like I go and I look at a PS3 menu and I'm like, this is horrible. How did people use this? Um, Go
they
ahead.
apparently okay, real fast. Tiny Cody's corner of rage because we talked about the PlayStation 4 user interface. They apparently made some update to like the TV section where the
Yes.
Hulu and the Netflix is. That is straight garbage looking. I do not enjoy it.
Okay, so I remember seeing that this was coming because it got released in like Europe, I think first. Because when I was bitching about how I couldn't get rid of some of the TV things, and he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
mine's all organized," and I was like, "Mine doesn't look like that." So I haven't really delved into it. I saw that it happened. I'm like, maybe I can get this organized better so that I can get rid of all that crap that I don't want. But also, it takes like too long to get to it now. You have to you push on the TV and like used to just it would open down below and you'd go down and get your stuff.
Yeah.
Now it like has to load something and it takes too long and I'm not a fan
That's
of
because there's
that.
like 9,000 ads now. Like it's so there's a row of your TV stuff that like
Mm.
all the stuff you can download, and then it's just ads for the different ones. Like there's a Hulu ad for Handmaiden's Tale. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
A Netflix show, a Amazon Prime show, Netflix show, Hulu show, and like there's millions of them. And I think that's what's loading. I was like, this is so weird. I just want to get to my YouTube and
Mhm.
just,
So
yeah,
I don't
just
know.
don't enjoy that PS4. What the fuck?
So we'll
So
see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe turn out to be good. I don't know. We'll see. I just
back to
want
Xbox though.
Okay, yes.
Um, I'm really excited you got an Xbox because I've been really interested in playing Sea of Thieves,
Yeah.
but I hear it's a lot more fun when you have a friend, and so I'm really excited we can possibly hop into Sea of Thieves. I think Game Pass, not Games Pass, Game Pass, um, is a really good deal because you're paying
Yeah.
pretty much $10 for a full price game,
Yes.
and like I love Halo and I love Gears of War, and knowing I'm just gonna get to
Mhm.
pay $10 to play them is gonna be amazing. But really excited to try some Sea of Thieves out.
Yes. Well, and for me, I'm gonna drop off my GameFly subscription, which was about $18 a month. Which I mean,
Mhm.
it's gonna even out because eventually I'm going to be paying for Game Pass and Xbox Gold, so that'll be fine. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. But there's a lot of games that I want to try out for Xbox that I never got to play before, and then also there's some that would be on both systems, but I'm like, well, I'll just play it on the Xbox now instead of getting it through GameFly. So I'm pretty excited about it. I do have Sea of Thieves downloaded already, so as soon as you get yours set up, we can take to the high seas. I got my pirate shirt on right now, so I am ready to go. Also, my Xbox game tag is Gizmoto16. There is no underscore in it because Microsoft doesn't allow underscores. I know, I would love to have the same name on every freaking thing, but no. Well, also, I don't know why I was a stupid person who put an underscore in it when I made my PSN name. Because, I mean, I'm sure there was not already a Gizmoto16. I don't know why I decided I needed that underscore.
Never know. You wanted to be safe, you know?
Well, I mean, you could check. I mean, you could say, give me this one, and it would either let you or not. So I don't know what possessed me to put that in there. I regret it now, but it's fine. So PSN is Gizmoto_16. Xbox is just Gizmoto16. What are you going to do? I don't know. Cody, what's yours?
My PSN is Captain Red Hood. I guess I need to make, because I used to use my brother's Xbox account because he's paying for it. But I guess since I will possibly be having the Xbox for a little while, I'll be making my own. I will probably still try to be Captain Red Hood just on both, just because branding.
It's good. So. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, excuse me. You know, you're probably sharing with your brother, so like I'll be friends with you, and then like I'll be sending him all these notices trying to like party up, and he'll be like, tell your friend to leave me alone. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to make my own account just so that doesn't happen, because I know I had added some people on his account, and he was like, hey, they keep inviting me, and I don't know who they are.
I mean, tell him it's a good opportunity to make new friends.
I mean, they want to play PUBG, and like those aren't good friends. Like, play Fortnite. I'm just kidding. PUBG is a good game. Now there's going to be a very interesting situation. Did you buy a headset for the Xbox?
Is this some bullshit thing where you have to have a specific thing to work on the fucking Xbox?
I have tried to get this headset to work on the Xbox. I've had some luck, but most of the time it ends up cutting out like midway through.
Alright, this is some bullshit. Xbox? What the fuck, man? Okay. God.
I mean, mine could have been being weird. I don't know.
Sometimes yours is weird. Do you plug into the wireless controller?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to test that out.
And like I've searched and like I'd seen no reason why HyperX wouldn't work. But
well, I think I've seen before where there are sometimes there were like adapters for Xbox headsets. Maybe I don't know. I guess this bears looking into. Needed. Or else we'll just be fucking talking on Discord because fuck you, Xbox. Okay. Do you think like a PlayStation Gold headset that's wireless because it has a USB? They probably wouldn't allow that to work because they're all assholes and don't like to play together. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get back to you guys on how that goes.
We'll update later on our adventure with Xbox.
Yeah. So, all right. We're gonna get into talking about some games that we've played. Normally we kind of take turns doing our stuff, and then we get into something that we've played together. But I feel like we should just go ahead and jump to what we're going to talk about where we played together, because this could be a real tense moment for us. I feel like if I say the wrong things here, this could be the end of Geek Heart Games as we know it. Cody posted in our show notes that like if I answer this the wrong way, there's going to be an extra Cody's Corner of Rage segment this episode. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully our podcast will continue.
Hopefully.
I mean, I don't
know. I'm a little worried all of a sudden, but
I don't know. So here's the thing. I was like, Cody, I'm getting God of War 3 remastered from Gamefly. I'm going to try it out because I've never played a God of War game before. And he was like, well, what a coincidence. I love that game, so I've been replaying it lately. And I was like, well, that's neat. We can talk about it together. So that's where we are right now. I'm guessing you want me to just go ahead and tell you what I thought about it.
Yes, just I mean, okay. Just for the record, I was kidding about the corner raids. I'm sure we'll talk in a second about it, but I understand that these games are not for everybody. I understand, and you should definitely know that, like, this apparently is a very big, like, not a big step away, but this is kind of going to be a step away from the new one. So
No, okay.
if
No, yeah.
you did enjoy this, you will possibly like the next one better. But so let me know, what did you think of God of War 3?
Okay, so I started up and it's got the opening credits, which is like this. It kind of reminded me of like the 300 art style where it's like silhouettes,
Mm-hmm.
fighting, all this stuff going on, which I guess was kind of giving you backstory. I don't know the full backstory. I know Kratos killed his family and he's out to kill some gods. You jump right into the action and it's pretty exciting because there are the Olympian gods and they're fighting titans. Turns out Kratos is on the side of the Titans. I didn't know that at first. I was like, "What's happening?" But it's pretty cool because you're actually on one of the Titans and you're like climbing around on it as you're fighting gods. And there's this like horse sea spider monster thing that you're fighting, which I thought was pretty cool looking. I was thinking you probably didn't like that because it was too spidery. Did you?
No, I thought more. Okay, so
Octopus?
it's yeah, because it's Poseidon's
Yeah, but you
creature,
know,
and
I like to
Poseidon
try to make
created
it
the
spider
horses,
when I can.
and I thought that more of like a crab
Okay.
slash octopus thing going on. So I didn't really think it was a spider, but thank you for
I try.
always bringing it up.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, so it's pretty cool when you're doing that, you're fighting. Then you kind of get kicked out of the battle and fall down to Hades? Is Hades the god or is Hades the place? The underworld?
Hades is the god. It's just
Okay.
the underworld.
So you get down in the underworld, and that's where kind of the main gameplay starts, and you're going around fighting things, doing stuff. And I feel like the way this game is, it's pretty similar to like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, in just that you're going and you're fighting stuff, you're doing combos, climbing around doing stuff, and it's fine. Um, but I'm not super into that, and which is it's weird. Like I played Devil May Cry a while back, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, but then I just kind of stopped. And then I got Bayonetta, because I was like, this is gonna be awesome. And then I started playing it. I was like, I don't think I care for this type of game as much as I thought I did. So that's kind of what I was thinking about this. Um, but that being said, and based on what I've seen of how they were handling like the god stuff and just the storyline, it made me really excited for the new God of War because like I see like where it's coming from and what it's putting in, and then I know the new like gameplay style that it's going to have, which will be more like seems like it would be more like a Horizon Zero Dawn where you're just like that type of action rather than just the fighting combo stuff. So it made me really excited for the new God of War, but I am not that into God of War 3. So,
Yeah, it's definitely a kind of dated game at this point because, like, I
mm.
think 3 came out. I want to say a very long time ago.
Long enough.
Uh, and so like what I did was I had a PlayStation 2 in college, and they had the collection of all 5 games before Ascension came out, and I played through all 5 uh, over like a week,
Oh,
and so
wow.
like I just had that entire thing going, so I was just used to the combos and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I feel like games were different back then. Like,
yeah,
we didn't have the full, like, camera control and, like, the level of graphics and how that integrates into the gameplay that we do today. So,
there's definitely some frustrating times with the camera, like at the start, because it's just like, can you please just look a different fucking direction so I don't get hit in the back? Thank you.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, Kratos is one of my favorite video game characters. Like, I think his backstory is amazing because like it's definitely like everyone, and like this is true to a level that like everyone's just like, oh, he's just a fucking angry dude. And while that's true, yeah, he's very angry. He has reasons to be angry. Like he was tricked into murdering his wife and daughter, and after he got vengeance for that, he kept being tricked again and again and again by the gods until he just said, "Fuck no, I'm done with this. You make everything terrible. I'm coming for all you." And like through that, he finds out like Zeus is his dad. Spoiler.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
At the beginning, when he's like on Gaia's back, he's like, "Zeus, your son has returned." Um,
Oh, I probably just
I would
missed
say
that.
the intro where like the narrator is explaining like what Kratos has gone
Hmm.
through. I always get goosebumps at it because like it's just so amazing. Um, so how did you like? So when you kill Poseidon, spoiler for a game that's really old, were you like, "Holy shit, this is hardcore," or were you like, "Oh, I don't like this. Like, I wanted to know your opinion on that, pretty much."
um, I mean, I know I killed him because I got past that part, but I don't have like a strong memory of. I think I just killed him. And was like, okay, what now? Like, I don't.
I mean, because you
Was
like
it?
straight up like gouge his eyes out and then throw his
Oh
body.
no, yeah, I remember when the eyes happened. I was like, nah, that's fine. I don't. That
Okay.
kind of stuff doesn't really disturb me. I
Yeah, I
was fine
definitely
with
know some
that.
people who got to that part and were like, "I'm good." You know, this
Oh,
not for me. I'll wait for
oh,
the next one. So I was
that didn't
curious.
even phase me. I was just like, oh yeah,
Yeah, like
eyeballs. What are you gonna do, man?
um, and there is that level of violence apparently in the new game. Like people were
Yeah,
like, "Oh, this looks like a toned down version of all of our favorite games," and like they showed like this one monster getting like ripped to shreds. So
I'm cool with that.
yeah,
That's not a problem for me. So,
uh, we'll say if you can. So you're not going to continue playing it, right?
no, I'm
Okay.
not.
So I stayed up till like 5 in the morning to beat God of War 3 one time, and I was playing on the hardest difficulty.
Oh, jeez.
And like I was doing fine the entire game. I died a couple times here and there, but I was doing fine on the hardest difficulty. And then I was like, all right, you get into like a fist fight with Zeus pretty much. And I kept getting like he does so much damage with like one attack that one shots you pretty much.
Mhm.
And it was the only time I was like, nah, I can't do this. Like I had to cut it down all the way to easy just to kill him. And I was like, whatever. I'm just not gonna get that trophy for beating this on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I really love the God of War series, and this, yeah, like the reason I started playing it again was because I am so excited for the new one.
Mhm.
Um, so, but I'm glad to see here that you liked some of it
Mhm.
and that you're excited for the new one because I think the new one's gonna be something special. Definitely gonna be a very hard top 10 for me this year because
Yeah.
there's a lot of good games coming out this year.
Are there?
I mean, there's Red Dead, there's this,
Okay, but I wasn't
there's
super into Red Dead, so I'm not as gung ho about that one as everyone else.
I was there with you, and then I started remembering all the good times I had in Red Dead 1, and I was like, I'm excited for this.
To be fair, I never finished it. I
Ah,
didn't
okay.
like the shooting in it, and I was just like, meh.
Reasonable.
Some games, if it's past their, best lifespan, it's hard for new people to go back to them because like I'm used to like what games are like now. Um
Hmm.
and so going back to when things were not quite as good as far as like graphics and controls and things like that, like
Yeah.
you probably don't have the same appreciation for it. Whereas at the time when it was like new and cutting edge, like it was fantastic. Like that was the greatest thing. Then like if you played it
Yeah.
at that point, you would be more likely to have deep feelings for it. But yeah, so we'll see how that one goes. But so okay, so we've got that. We've got God of War and Monster Hunter for you. What are these other great games that you think are going to be in the list?
Those are kind of it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm like not super excited about a lot of games this
I
year.
so pre long time coming E3 news that I feel like we're gonna get a lot of games announced for the end of this year that
Okay.
aren't announced right now. Like I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out. Like I think Spider-Man may come out this year, and like I'm not that excited for Spider-Man, but I imagine I'll start playing it and love
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me tell you
but I
about a
definitely
little
think
story about Spider-Man. I think it was like Spider-Man 3 on the Wii. I'd never played a Spider-Man game before, but I was super excited about it because it had, the Wii controls, and so like you were doing your web shooters and you got to fling your arms, and it was like,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
this is like Spider-Man. It's so great. Um, but like I was horrible at the combat, and there was this one part where you have to like climb up this building and then fight these guys while you disarm some bombs, and I couldn't get past it because it was too hard. And I was like, fuck this game, and I got so mad, and then I never played it again. So
Um,
that's disappointing, but hopefully a new Spider-Man game will be awesome. We'll see.
yeah, and like I really liked it wasn't Shattered Dimension, but it was the other one like it.
I don't I
Well,
don't know.
there was one where you could choose to be good or evil, and like if you were an
Oh.
evil, you got the black symbiote, and like there's a bunch of cool, like multiple different endings, and like one of the endings was like Wolverine gets the symbiote, and like it was so awesome. But
That's
yeah, I'm really
cool.
excited for a Spider-Man game, but I think E3 some games because everyone's like, oh, everyone doesn't want to release their own Red Dead. But I think some people just don't care because
Yeah.
like games are going to sell no matter what. So, um,
I will
but
say
yeah,
I'm excited now for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So
yeah.
that's coming in September.
I need to eventually play a Tomb Raider game.
You should give it a go. Play it on easy. But we'll talk about this later.
Quick
We're
play.
gonna we're gonna
We'll
talk
talk
about
about
this
this
later.
later.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not this episode. We've got a whole other. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me pull up my notes. Um. Okay. Let me talk about. Let's just. All right. So last week Cody had Cody's Corner of Rage, and this week I have Sam's Corner of Disappointment because I tried a bunch of games and things didn't go great for me. So we're just gonna hit them real quick, okay? Dark Mystery. It's this game that was on sale for like $1.59. You know how I like deals. I was like, this is cool. It's like this little ball guy, and you have to like navigate through the world like a side scroller. It's a lot in shadows. It reminds me of the game Badland, which I enjoyed a lot. Anyway, so I thought this was going to be cool. Okay, I start the game. First thing that pisses me off, it's like, here, you can go pick which bald person you want to play as. So I opened it up and it's all guys, which they're all just little balls with haircuts. So I mean, they don't really look like anything special, but they all have men's names. So there's like Bill and Harry and Neil and stuff like that, and there are no women. So I got real pissed about that. And then the premise is like you have to go save a princess. And I'm like, fuck you. A female ball could go save a princess too. So I think I was real just moody. I can't help. I don't know
Preach
why.
it, girl. Preach it.
So I was pissed about that, and then I didn't get very far. I got past like the first little world, I think, and then there's this thing where you have to do this platforming jump, and like you can kind of stick to walls, and there's these levers, and you're supposed to try to get up them, and I couldn't get up it, and I got mad and I quit. So that was my first disappointment. Disappointment number two. Also in that sale, I saw there was this game called Umbrella Corps, and as you know, I like Resident Evil, and I'd never heard of this game, and I'm like, this, I better go check into this right now. And it's like a multiplayer shooter game, but it's set in like landscapes from the different Resident Evil games, which I was real excited about. This sounds fantastic, right? I mean, I recognize that it was a few years old. There probably wouldn't be many people playing, but I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Then there's like a single player campaign thing as well. So I got it, tried to get into a game. We sat for like 10 minutes. I had one guy join me. You had to have four people to play a game. So we're sitting there. Like eventually we got a third person, but I swear it was like 10 or 15 minutes. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not just gonna sit here and wait. So
That sucks.
I never got into a multiplayer game, which pissed me off because that's like what I really wanted to do. And then I tried the single player, and it's kind of like a horde mode. And I mean, it seems pretty much like a killing floor game. And I was like, well, that's like once you take away the stuff that makes it Resident Evil-ish, then it's obviously not Resident Evil-ish, and it's not as exciting anymore. It's just like a
Yeah.
typical zombie shooter. So I was like, well, that sucks. So that was disappointing. And then the last one, also in that sale, I have a problem with sales, you guys, but they were real cheap, so it was fine. Um, Battleborn was on sale, and I was like, I kind of heard about this. I was like, I kind of wanted to try it, but they had a free demo, so I was like, sweet, I'll just do this demo. Um, So the multiplayer on that is kind of like a mix of Overwatch and Paragon because you have to do like the tower defense part, which I'm not into games like that, which is disappointing because the characters are pretty cool. But then you could do on the demo the prelude to the story campaign, and I played that and it was a lot of fun. I was like, this is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pay the $8. I'm gonna get this and at least play the story campaign. So I did, and I got in there and started playing the first chapter. And one of the reasons I would say that Overwatch did so much better than Battleborn when they came out at about the same time. Overwatch is so much fun because very easily you can go change your character. If you start playing as someone and you're like, this isn't for me or this isn't working, you just go and change, and it's great. Battleborn, that's not going to happen. You pick somebody and you're stuck with them for the whole chapter. Do you know how long one of their chapters is, Cody?
I'm gonna assume not like 5 minutes.
Cody, it's at least 45 minutes to an hour. Might have had something to do with the fact that I kept dying because my character was not the best suited for this. But just in general, even if you weren't dying, they would take quite a while. Um, and that sucks if you've like picked somebody that you're not good with. So I was like, well, maybe there's like Overwatch has the little shooting gallery where you can go practice with your heroes. I'm like, maybe Battleborn has something like that. So I went into their training, but their training is like you have to get 500 points to complete the training. So it's not easy. Like you can exit out of it, but then you have to go reload it with a new character. So I did that a bunch, trying out these characters to try to find one that I actually liked. And I did find a couple that I liked. There was one that was actually a sniper that I had a lot of fun with. Who knew? I'm not good with snipers. I'm no Widowmaker. But this guy, I was having a good time. I'd zoom in and shoot some stuff. But he didn't have a good,
Was
like,
it the robot with
yes, like
the
the
like
Tin
cane
Man.
sniper and he has a bird?
Yes,
I love that
hmm
character.
I loved him. He was great. Um, and I feel like it would have been a lot better if I had, because you can do the campaign with friends. So if I'd had a team of people that I was with, it would have worked better because there's a lot of these characters that are really cool, but you do not want to play them by themselves. Like you need just like a well-rounded character who's more like there's a guy that has the machine gun. He's kind of like the Soldier 76 guy, or there was this other girl with like a machine gun and then she had a melee as well, and I used her a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of characters that I was like, these are cool, but I'm not going to play them by myself because they just wouldn't work well. And when you get to a boss battle, you're just going to be screwed. Um, so that was disappointing. I played through like 2 chapters and then I was like, kind of want to just go play Overwatch. So yeah. So those are my 3 disappointments for the week.
I really expected you to tell me that like you would be like, so I got Umbrella Corps, thinking it's a Resident Evil game. No correlation. So I'm glad there actually is. Um, and then secondly, uh, I like to think in another universe, Battleborn is doing really well right now.
Mhm.
Like it didn't release anywhere near Overwatch, and Battleborn has its own like fan base, and like people love it. That's not the case in our universe, though.
It has the potential to be a really good game. Like these characters are a lot of fun. This is like it's called like the badass edition or something, and like these kids have attitude. They're a lot of fun to play. It's just if more people were playing it and if you could change your character mid game, I think it would make such a big difference in this game, I think.
So I played the beta for Battleborn and
Mm-hmm.
really enjoyed it. Like I thought, like some of the character designs are just like really good. Like the robot sniper who like has a
Mm-hmm.
bird. I don't, but I think the bird like does reconnaissance for him or something. Um, there's like a samurai character who has 2 giant like red swords. Like he was really fun to play as. There's like the characters in that game are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks that like they realized they weren't doing well because Overwatch released and everyone wanted to play Overwatch instead.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just kind of stopped supporting it at some point. And like now they just don't like. There's no updates to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just existing.
Yeah.
Um, and so like you got into a game and like there was no bots because I know there was. I think did they introduce bots? I'm not sure.
Well, there weren't
Or is
in
there
the
still people
story
playing?
mode.
Hmm.
I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't play the multiplayer like a real game. I played the
Oh,
multiplayer training game, which was all bots.
well, that was probably a good thing because maybe
Yes,
you would not
maybe.
have gotten another multiplayer game. You would have had an
Oh,
Umbrella Corps
I don't
situation.
know. Yeah.
Um. So yeah, like it sucks that Battleborn didn't do it. I'm also sad that you had a very big disappointment time, but maybe stop buying so many games when they're on sale.
But they're a really good deal, and I mean, sometimes you're gonna find a
Were they
gem.
a good deal? Because you said you
Yes,
didn't
the
like them.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. If I paid, all right, the Dark Mystery was like under $2. That's fine. That is nothing. That's pocket change, right? The other two were each like $8. That's less than you would pay to go to a movie. And I played these for both over 2 hours. At least no, maybe two. Yeah, I played Battleborn for at least 2 hours, more than 2 hours. Umbrella Corps, maybe not, but I'll do whatever for Resident Evil, so I don't regret that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, this is like a conversation for off podcast, but the Division's on sale right now. Would you possibly want to get that?
How much?
I think it's $20
No.
for the base edition. No, too much. Okay,
No, because
maybe
I
it's a little bit
mean,
less. I'll get
they've
back to you.
already announced the Division 2, so like let's just
Oh,
wait
good
and get
point.
in on that.
I think that's coming out this year. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah.
I think it is. Like, I
Yeah,
think
I
they're
mean,
working on it.
let's do that.
Good point. Good point. All right, we'll
See,
hold
I'm
off.
responsible with my sales. Although, do you know what
I
my
mean,
worst decision,
the
my
fact that you just
biggest
told me about 3 games that you didn't enjoy kind of says otherwise. But I mean, hey, to each their own.
I had a decent time with them. Also, if
Okay.
anyone who's listening who has Battleborn and wants to do some story campaigns with me so that we can have multiple players and play fun characters, then I'd play more Battleborn. So it's not a complete waste, okay?
Okay.
Okay. My biggest regret? I bought Final Fantasy for $35 on sale. Final Fantasy 15,
Ooh.
and then I'm sick of that game. That's my biggest regrets. Okay.
Oh god.
All right, Cody, do you want to tell me about something that was not disappointing?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something a little bit disappointing. Then I'll tell you something that wasn't.
Okay.
Um, so I really didn't get to play a lot of video games like I wanted to this week. Life got in the way. I've been working like work's been really tough this week. I don't know why I'm like swaying as I talk about this. Um, uh, I had to go to a baseball game and like, good God, baseball games take so long.
They
I don't even
take
like sports. I
forever.
hate
Oh my
sports.
god.
Like I'm not a sports person. No offense if you like sports.
But baseball games do. They just go on and on. I
They
hate going to
do.
baseball games.
Um, I mean, on the plus side, I got some really good nachos and Dippin' Dots, so it was
Oh
worth it.
fuck yes, man. Dippin' Dots
Dude,
are
Dippin' Dots are the
awesome.
shit.
Yes.
Um, and then so we've talked about people we enjoy content from, content creators. So Dead Meat, the guy I talked about in our first episode, is doing a giveaway right now.
Are you doing this
Where
one?
yes,
Oh my god, it's
where
intense.
me and my sister are.
Okay, this is awesome.
So there is a list of 103 songs he has made on Spotify, and each one correlates to a kill count video he's done. Well, not each one, like there are multiple ones in different episodes I've
Yeah.
found out. So me and my sister have been going through a list of 103. I think we got about 50 left. We're getting pretty far, you know.
That's awesome.
Um,
Cause that's a lot.
yeah, it's a little bit.
What do
Luckily, like
you
some of them are all in the same one. Like
Yeah.
last night I watched the one for the Mist, and like there's 5 different songs from just the Mist. Because like he makes like little comments, like he says like
Mm.
a joke that's a lyric from a song. Other times, like how I found out about a song from Friday the 13th, the first one, it's a song that's actually getting played in the movie, so I had to go Google it. I spent like an hour trying to figure out where this one song was, and yeah.
So what do you
Uh,
get if you win this competition?
so April 7th is his 1 year of
Okay.
Dead Meat. So he's going to do a big celebration live stream where he talks to fans, and he's going to pick 4 winners, and whoever has the 4 people who have the most
Hmm.
songs and like reason or like reference right will get either a T-shirt and a pin, or you can pick 3 pins, and then one person will get that plus a face hugger from Alien. It's like a little doll. pretty much a
Like a
plushie.
plushie? That's awesome.
Yeah, like a plushie. It's pretty cool looking. We just want the t-shirt and the pin
Okay.
because she wants the t-shirt, and I want this pin. It's of Jason X, but it's like Jason X as if he's like taking his astronaut picture, and he has like a little space helmet in his hand. I think it's funny. I want it. So me and my sister have been working on that all week, and like that takes up a lot of time.
Quick question. Are these not things that you could just buy?
Oh yeah. You could buy them, but like free stuff is free stuff. What do you like?
That's a lot of work for free stuff that you could just
It
buy.
is, and like he tweeted out today that people have already answered, like sent in emails, and I'm like, fuck. He's like, she's working hard as she can. I'm working as hard as I can. So I just gotta hope we're better. Like,
I mean,
so, I mean,
after all that work, if you don't get it, I say treat yourself, get yourself that
probably
pin.
will. I'll probably buy myself a t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but other than life and that, last Thursday, right before we recorded the podcast, I hadn't got a chance to play it yet, but the new monster in Monster Hunter World came out, the Devil Joe, or as I call him, the Pickle, and how everyone else calls him the Pickle, because he looks like a pickle.
Wait, what? He looks like a pickle?
He's like a little T-Rex, but he's like a pickle. Like, he looks like a pickle. Like Google a picture of him.
Because I feel like I thought I saw a little clip of him, and I thought he was this guy, like big, scary-looking guy with like these horns.
No,
That's not
he's
him.
got like some.
He
like,
looks like
fangs.
actually like a pickle.
Yeah, like he looks like a pickle.
Okay.
And like everyone calls him a pickle. Apparently, if you fight the it's called tempered version. They're a little bit angrier. The tempered version is like a gold pickle. So I didn't get to fight that though. So they give you a quest to go and hunt the Devil Joe, and the first quest they give you is really easy because like he doesn't really attack you because he has attacking another. He's attacking the handler in that game. But as I fought him in the wild, it took me a bit, but I really started getting his movements down, like when he was gonna attack and stuff.
Let's see if I don't know that that's
that.
kind of that doesn't pick up very well. It's weird. He
I
looks odd. He looks like because
if you see him like walking around,
and then all his teeth are sticking in the snout. It's like a snout full of teeth on the outside. He doesn't look like a friendly little pickle like I would have imagined.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why he's called a pickle. His tail kind of looks like a pickle, I guess, maybe.
Like he just looks like a pickle.
Yeah, I can see that part.
In length.
Okay. All right.
So I started like hunting him a bit, trying to get some new weapons because the weapons are cool. His armor doesn't have the best set of stats, and like my biggest complaint with Monster Hunter is I wish there was like a transmog system or like a armor layer system, so you can make your armor look like a different set of armor. Because I think the Devil Joe armor looks super badass, but like,
does it look like a pickle?
No, he like there's a bunch of like his like teeth thing are like everywhere, and like it looks really awesome.
Nice.
But the stats on it, like, they don't help you in a hunt because like I don't need to eat faster. Also, there's a power called latent power, and like it only activates if you have a little tiny bit of health, like the tiniest you can have.
That would be me.
And it's
I
like,
that.
And like I've seen people like it gives you a huge boost of like attack power and defense whenever it activates. But like I've seen people activate it by going and standing in fire for like 20 minutes, and like I don't really want to do that to get an ability to activate.
Yeah.
So, but like some of his weapons are really cool. Like I started messing with the lance in that game, but I don't play with lance like ever. And when you do certain moves with his lance, it starts spinning and like looks super cool. Like there's a bunch of weapons in the game that do like, what's up?
What if you could make a weapon out of him that was like a pickle slice shooter, and it would just like shoot pickle slices out at enemies, and then it wouldn't really do damage, but it would be like a distraction weapon because then they would go eat the pickle slices.
That would be awesome. Also, side stories. So people said so you can make meat that's like drugged, so you can put the monster to sleep, or I forget what the other.
Or just make him real happy.
and then there was a meat that would paralyze the monster. I think it was called like tinged meat or something. He'd be like, "Oh, bring that with you and like set it down. He'll eat it." No. So I just lost a fucking bag slot and a bunch of fucking meat because you guys lied to me. Like he did not eat it at all. He just looked at it and was like, "That," and kept on trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of like weapons in the game that do like cool stuff. Like I have a sword that when you do like this charge attack, these spikes pop up at the end, like where the
Nice.
blade is. So you're getting hit by a blade and spikes. Really
Okay.
badass. Um, there's a hammer that is like a flower, and when you charge it up for a hit, the like these like Venus flytrap looking things pop up at the top, and like it's really cool. So I
Nice.
like weapons that do like nice little bonus things. So like the having the lance and like when you do certain attacks, it's doing like this revving up thing is really cool looking. My biggest complaint with his weapons though is that the sharpness is really bad, so you're kind of forced to run a ability to raise the sharpness because if you don't,
Yeah.
eventually your shit's just gonna start bouncing off all the time. And like I'm okay with it on some weapons, but there are other weapons I'm just like, all right, man, like I gotta have these certain abilities, or else I'm gonna be doing no damage, and like it's gonna take me an hour to kill this thing, and I don't only have an hour, so um, yeah, Double Joe's been pretty cool. They've already like the game director has let slip that we're already getting another monster in April sometime, so
That's cool.
a new monster every month is really cool. I really love Monster Hunter. I think like I'm definitely over 200 hours now, like having a blast with it, and so I love that game so much. Like there's always something new to do. Like and now I'm really starting to hunt tempered monsters more often to
Yeah.
get better jewels. So and then they're about to do the Spring Festival, and like that's where we get to fight the Golden Pickle himself, Tempered Devil Joe. So I'm excited to fight the Golden Pickle.
Nice.
Uh, yeah. So that has been Monster Hunter World update. I
Cool.
also played some Fortnite, and I have a love-hate relationship with that game
Because of
because
shotguns.
of shotguns, and then when you play with a squad of people who down you and just instantly kill you, like, come on, man, just be honorable. Like, let me lay here. I'm just sitting here. You don't got to finish me off.
I'd finish somebody off.
I mean, I do it too, but like, fuck, I just want to live. Yeah.
All right.
So Sam, what else have you been playing?
Um, I think the only other thing I had to talk about, which was my really good thing that got me super excited. Yeah, so the other night I was just sitting there. I don't know what I was playing. I've been playing something and I switched off and I looked to see who was online and I saw Aleandro was online playing Resogun. And I was like,
Ooh.
oh, I got so excited. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, let me know if you want to do some multiplayer. And so he invited me to a party and I was like, okay, let's do this. Apparently he had just started playing Resogun because he was playing on experienced. He just jumps right in. I start on rookie when I'm on something, but
I
he was
mean,
like,
he
no, let's
does
go
like
for it.
the Bloodborne
He
games,
does.
so
Yeah.
he's badass. Good job,
Yeah.
Aleandro.
So we played Resogun multiplayer, which was my first time to play it that way. And I'd been a little worried because I was like, I don't know, there's gonna be a lot going on the screen. And I mean, quite a few times, like I did see him and shoot at him because I was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's just him. But it was fine because there's no friendly fire.
Oh,
Um,
that's good.
but yeah, no, yeah, and it went really well. We had a lot of fun. We got to save all the humans in a world, so he got to hear that wonderful sound when you save all the humans. He enjoyed it. Actually, we because there's 5 levels, and we saved all the humans on I think at least the first 3, and then I was like, I don't remember if there's a trophy if you save all the humans on all the levels, but I was like, let's try to do that so you can get that in case there is one. And he was like, sure. And then I picked up a human and then I died and the human died. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad.
Oh,
Um,
what the fuck?
no,
That's
yeah, if you die when you're holding a human, the human dies. So
oh.
that was all my fault. So I don't remember if there is a trophy for it. He didn't get it because I screwed it up. But yeah, so we went through and we beat the game. He said he had a lot of fun, so that was good. I'm glad he enjoyed it. And then we're like, okay, because he bought Resogun and Nex Machina, and then I don't remember if he bought Matterfall or not. But I was like, well, let's switch over and let's do some Matterfall multiplayer. Guess what? I mean, not Matterfall. I meant Nex Machina. Nex Machina does not have online multiplayer. What
Hmm.
what were you thinking, Housemark? Come on. But they have local co-op, and there's a way if you do a share play on PS4 that like you can have the person play local co-op with you, even though they're not there with you. It's a little
I did not know
tricky.
this.
It's a little tricky to get it figured out. I've done it before with Megs. It was real tricky, and like we figured it out, and then like I don't remember how to do this. So we spent like 10 or 15 minutes trying to get this set up, and we eventually did. FYI, I think this is how you do it. You're in your party. You do like a share play from the party menu. Possible no, and then I think you go back to the game, and then I think you push the share button, and you say either play together or you say like hand the controller to the other person, and then like it gets it set up so that the other person can like act like they're there with you with a second controller. I don't remember. Somehow it worked. You can Google it and eventually work it out after much trial and error, as we did. But yeah, so we eventually got it to work. We played the first world of Nex Machina and had a good time. But then he had to go do something else. But I was really excited because I finally got to play two games that I love with somebody else, and he enjoyed it as well. So thank you, Aleandro. You made my night. I had a good time.
I did not know that Resogun had multiplayer, so maybe I'll be looking into this game as well.
My God, Cody. It was on sale for like $3. I tweeted about it.
That's a good
It
point.
was $3, Cody. Now it's gonna be like more. I don't know how much more, but I hope you learned your lesson.
Missing on these good sales.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like since I've had it and been in love with it, I feel like it's been on sale twice. And I feel like
Okay,
I've told
so
you like twice that it's happened and you
it'll be on
didn't
sale
do it.
next
So
in a
yes,
week.
it'll probably
So
go on sale again, or you could just listen to me when I tell you that it's a good deal.
yeah, I mean, good point.
Whatever. But yeah, I mean, you should get it and we'll play multiplayer together. It'll be
Alright.
fantastic.
So, yeah.
And we could probably rig it to because there's on the DLC there's a trophy that I want to get, but you have to play
Of
a
course.
local co-op, and like you can't die. You have to beat the game without dying at all, I think. And I'm like, we could do the share play, rig that up to act like it's a local co-play, and see what
Sam, I will
happens.
not be a part of your addiction. Like, no.
It's a good point. It's fair. So,
Yeah.
all right, Mr. 200 hours in Monster Hunter.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Whoa.
Some of those hours are for a video series for us, thank you. So,
Hey, that's fine. Cody, let
yeah.
us move on.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot to talk about in the world of Overwatch.
Yes.
It was just announced today that Uprising is coming back on April 10th. So last year we had Uprising, and it was like a flashback. We got to see like when Overwatch was a live entity, and we got to see like Tracer's first mission, and it was real cute. Everybody had matching uniforms, and there was a PvE mode, which was kind of like a horde mode, and you got to play with four people on a team, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. It was a ton of fun.
I
And
remember.
then Reinhardt's there, but I mean.
Wait, you like we were gonna play on like one of the easy modes, and then you put us on a really hard mode, I think, and didn't tell us, or else you told
Oh,
us it
yeah.
was hard, but then it wasn't. I don't know. We tried it. We played it a lot. It was a good time. Because there were like different things you could unlock from
Yeah,
beating
there's
it on the
different
different difficulties.
sprays. And
Different
stuff.
sprays, yeah. So we tried it. So there haven't been a lot of details about what this one is going to be, although I think they said it was another story about Tracer. Yes?
I think so. You're going to be able to play the one from last year with
Oh.
Tracer. But a lot of the rumors going around right now is this is another story mode like thing with the whole Tracer's first mission, but it will revolve around Genji or McCree.
Okay.
And so, sure, we'll see something. I know there's been a lot of like hirings for them working on a first person campaign. So everyone's like, oh, we're either getting an Overwatch campaign, or maybe this is like them. This is
Yeah.
how they're going to deliver the
Yeah.
campaigns by doing these event story things.
Which would be
So,
okay.
and I'm sure we'll get 1,000 new skins to download and stuff. Not download, but unlock.
They clearly said that there are either 100 or at least 100 new items that will be appearing in loot boxes. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Also, they said that because they said it's going to take place on King's Row again, which
Really?
yeah, that's what I read, which I'm not super excited about because I remember like when we had the event last year, I'm like, God, we're playing King's Row forever. And then like you'd go play a quick play and you'd get King's Row and you'd be like, damn this map, let me play something else.
I like Kings Row.
It's fine. I just don't
I
want to play
wonder.
it over and over.
I wonder if they meant like because you're good to do the Tracer one again. You'll get to play on Kings Row because I feel like they would do it
Ooh,
something on a new map, like maybe something like Route 66 or something. If it's in McCree.
that'd be fun. Perhaps
Yeah.
I misread it. It says again focusing on the history of Tracer. Um, the co-op
They did say
brawl
like
will again be
it's
set
not
at
that.
King's Row.
But the Overwatch Twitter tweeted out like files unlocking and like they were like retweet to unlock faster and like so I guess once it hits a certain number of retweets it'll
Oh,
the files will unlock and that's when we'll find out more about what this is about. So I feel like maybe they just meant because we're going you can do the Tracer story again. But this
okay.
is definitely going to be something new.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Well, we're
so
gonna have to go retweet that because we
yes,
want to get that unlocked. We want to see what's gonna happen.
definitely.
Um, so that's happening. Next, I don't want to talk about the next. I want to talk about this. So the Overwatch World Cup is starting again. The placement matches
Oh
for that.
yes.
Which it's exciting, but like the US is one of the ones that like has a guaranteed spot. Um,
Really?
yes, there were like 5 countries that have a guaranteed spot, and I was like, I don't
I wonder if
understand
it's
why some of them
the
haven't.
teams from last year, maybe?
Oh, maybe that would make
And like
sense.
maybe and like maybe there's just some new teams out there now.
Yeah. Um, it's exciting, and then just randomly, I was watching the Overwatch Contenders League, which is going on
Mhm.
right now, also. And then Contenders League is kind of like the like minor league of the
Yeah.
Overwatch League. It's where people come in and start their training, and then hopefully they will eventually move up into the official Overwatch League. Um, and it was cool. One thing like it made me really realize is how well done the Overwatch League is as far as their broadcasting and the graphics and everything. Because on the contenders, I don't know what it's called, but when you're watching the contenders games, it's like you're watching a real game. The teams are red and blue, so it and then when they switch sides of the map, the colors switch, so it's hard to keep track of which team you're looking at while they're playing.
Yeah.
And what Overwatch League does, which is really cool, is like when they come into a match, one team is the home team and they're set on white, so all of their colors reflect the white, and then the visitors team uses whatever their team color is. And so like they have those set colors throughout the whole match, and it's always easy to see who you're following along with. Um, Cody, I will admit one real stupid thing. The first time I watched Overwatch League, I was watching it. I'm like, man, this is really cool how they have like their team colors because like even the effects that they send out are like the color coded ones. But I was like, I don't know what team I was watching, but I was like, whoever was the home team, I was like, man, it kind of sucks for whoever this team is because their color is just white. That is so boring. And like I've been to sports things. Like I used to be really into basketball. I know how like home team white works, but I just like didn't understand that for like quite a while when I first watched Overwatch League. So but yeah, they do a really good job.
I'm not, so I'm a little confused why we're doing the Overwatch World Cup because pretty much most of the players from last year's cup are now in the Overwatch League. So I assume they're not allowed to play again because obviously the finals of the Overwatch League should be around the same time as the World Cup.
Okay.
I guess you'll just see a bunch of people playing. So maybe this is just a way for other players from maybe the Contenders League, or maybe just people who
Yeah.
aren't on a team, to get together and play. Um,
Well, I
and
kind
I
of feel
guess,
like it's like, like Overwatch League is the NBA, but then the World Cup is like the Olympics. And it's just like, you know,
yeah, that's what you're saying.
yeah.
So maybe we'll just get,
Whoops.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, more Overwatch is always good, so
It
can't
really
complain.
is. I have to say I've been away from Overwatch for quite a while, and I wasn't really missing it. But then Overwatch League started, and I started watching it, and it makes me want to play Overwatch more. And I've started
Oh
playing
yeah.
Overwatch more. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately, and I've been having a real good time. Um,
Was
so
there? Did we want to talk about the other thing,
yes,
or do we just want to
no,
dive
I was just
into?
about to segue into that, and then
Okay.
because I was gonna say, so this girl has been playing a lot of Overwatch, and speaking of girls who play Overwatch, see, it was gonna be great. Um, and now Gagori, who I apologize if that's not how you say it. I'm horrible at these gamer tags. Um, she's been signed to the Shanghai Dragons. She just got her visa. She's come in town. She's going to be playing when stage 3 starts. And I'm super excited about it because obviously I want to see more female representation everywhere, but
Hmm.
definitely in the Overwatch League because, gamers are not always super welcoming to women, and there aren't always a lot to see. And sometimes, like, even I was reading a lot about Gagori, she would hide the fact that she was a girl. Like, she wouldn't talk on comms. She considered, like, getting a voice changer app so that she would sound like a man and could be on comms. And, like, that's just, like, a reality that happens right now, which sucks. Um, and I'm super excited for her to be here and to get to play, but I do feel really bad for her because like she is the one and only, and she has like a lot of weight on her shoulders that is it's unfair to place there just because she's the one breaking into the all boys club. And there was an article, I forget where it was from, oh, Kotaku. um and this was really upsetting because she's been getting a lot of crap from people about her looks, about not being feminine enough, and just stuff like that. And so, like, she on Twitter was like apologizing for her weight and the way she looks, and I was just like, whoa, whoa, that is not okay. She should never. She shouldn't be getting this crap. She should never feel like she has to do that. She's awesome and she's a great gamer and she's here to game. And like the fact that she has to deal with all of this stuff as well, I just really feel for her. And it makes me really sad that that's, the reality that we live in right now.
Yeah, it looks like, and I feel like if I'm correct, she was also, so she is an incredible Zarya player, and she
Mm-hmm.
actually had two casters say she was cheating,
Mm-hmm.
and they both casters were like, "We'll put our jobs on the line. We'll never cast again if you can prove you're not cheating."
Mm-hmm.
So she did. Those two casters got quit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like because she is the sole female esports player in the Overwatch League, there is just like this, not stigma, but like she's, it's like a two-sided sword,
Mm-hmm.
double-edged
Yeah.
sword. Um, where if she does really good, people will praise her for it. Be like, "Oh my god, like this girl's doing amazing." But it's like, no, she's just another Overwatch player. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, I mean, it's important. That's like
Yeah.
representation is there. But if she does bad, which like Shanghai Dragons are not doing the best
They're
right
not.
now. They have not won a single game.
Mm.
If she plays like bad for one game, people
Mm-hmm.
are going to throw that in her face, rub it in her face, and that's so unfair because you wouldn't do it to anybody else who
Yeah.
came. Like, I mean, you would do it to some people, but it's just there's so much unneeded pressure. The fact that she apologized for how she looks, like, no, like,
Mm-hmm.
no offense, but half the dudes in the Overwatch League are look like slobs sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is
So
not a league of attractive men. So, I mean, that's not even
yeah,
something that she'd be worried about.
um, like I don't, yeah, and like I don't understand. Like, are people expecting her to like come out there like dressed for a beauty pageant? Like, no, she's there to play a video game she loves and cares about.
I mean,
What does it matter what she
if you
looks like?
want to watch something with hot women, you can go watch porn. If you want to watch quality gaming, you can watch Overwatch League. I mean, that's
Exactly.
all there is to it.
Fucking quote that.
Fucking quote that.
Yeah, so I think that's just like, and even just you reading the headline, I was like, this just pisses me off to no end.
I
Like, why the
know.
fuck? It's
And
like,
and just reading about her, she seems like she's really shy and really timid. And after everything that she's been through, like it's really understandable why she kind of resisted the spotlight and joining the
yeah,
league and doing stuff like that. Because I mean, this is the stuff that she has to deal with. I mean, she has to be so strong to be able to weather the storm and come here and do this. And I'm really proud of her. I look up to her, and I think she's doing something amazing. And I don't just like support her completely. So
I will say, if at any point they cut to the crowd and there's like some little girls, like little like kid
aw.
girls, crying about how they finally get some representation on that stage, Cody's gonna be crying some tears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for stage 3. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's definitely gonna be interesting. Um, we should probably also at this time also state that Shanghai Dragons just lost a player. They
yeah.
released Undead because he had a baby with a girl back in uh his area, and he went home. Um,
And good for him for being
good for him for being a
responsible and
responsible
taking,
adult.
making his family a priority.
Um,
That's fine. You know what? This could be. There's been a lot of change going on for Shanghai Dragons. Change isn't always a bad thing. This could be, the new start, the fresh start that they need. They're about to start a new stage, so this could be it. Maybe they're finding the people that gel together just right, and you know what? It could be great. Hopefully, it will. We will see when we get to stage 3. I was trying to have a real good segue and I screwed that one up. Um, but we're not to stage 3 yet. We just finished stage 2. And boy, howdy, stage 2 finals was quite amazing. I did not know that this was going on because I just kind of watched sporadically. I usually watch after the fact. I go back to Twitch and try to watch one of the broadcasts, which I hate rewatching old archives on Twitch. It's so inconvenient and it doesn't remember where you stopped if you
oh
stop in
yeah,
the middle of it. At least YouTube does that for me. But anyway, that's not the point. It was Sunday afternoon. I don't remember what I was doing because I don't usually just watch it during the day, but I turned it on and I was watching it and I was like, this is amazing. This is some of the best Overwatch gameplay
it
I've ever
was.
seen. So, Cody, were you watching from the beginning?
I missed the first game of the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up catching the rest, and like, well, for the semifinal, I missed the first semifinals, not the first final.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so I missed the first semifinal game between Fusion and Spitfire, and then I watched all the way to the finals. But like, not just the finals, like all of stage 2 was
Yeah.
crazy. Like, so many things changed. Like, end of stage 1, you were like, all right, LA Valiant, Houston Outlaws, these are like our top 2, like, not full American, but like non-full Korean teams. So like,
Mm-hmm.
NYXL, London Spitfire, and Seoul Dynasty were going to do good. But like, everyone was like, oh yeah, LA Valiant, Houston Outlaws. Not the case. LA Gladiators and Philadelphia Fusion came out swinging for
Mm-hmm.
stage 2. Like, it was insane. Like, I did not expect at the end of this stage to be like, oh, Philadelphia Fusion's here. Cool.
Yeah, and
The
I
fact,
said that I actually didn't even know Philadelphia Fusion was a team because I hadn't caught any of their matches and
yeah,
I hadn't heard people talking about them. So I'm watching this, I'm like, wait, this is the semifinals? Who is this team? They're really good. So that was
yeah, they
surprising.
were. Um, I watched a few of the games. Like, the issue I think I run into with Overwatch League is I watch the teams I root for. So
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
the 2 LA teams I root for, and the 2 Texan teams I root for. But everybody else, I'm really like, okay, like I'll watch your match. Like, Shanghai Dragons. I make a point to watch their games
Mm-hmm.
because when they finally win a game,
It's
I
gonna
want to
be
be there
fantastic.
and cry
Yes.
with everybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a little critique. I still hate how they do the semifinals and finals. I think there should just be straight up 4 teams, and there should be a loser bracket and a winner bracket in between those 4 teams.
Yes.
Because the whole like LA Gladiators could not lose a map to Boston Uprising, and that was the only way they could secure themselves in the semifinal. Is stupid because obviously these people played good the entire
Yeah.
stage, and they should not get screwed over because of like one map loss. Makes no sense.
I didn't even know how that all worked. And I was just surprised
It's
that we had a semifinal game and then we immediately went to the final with the Philadelphia Fusion again coming in there. I was like, they don't even get a break? What, they're just going straight to it?
there was like a 15-minute break. It was
Okay,
a lot
that's not.
worse for stage 1 because they did it all on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I believe it was Spitfire played 3 games in a row.
Oh, wow.
Like 3 like against they played against Houston Outlaws, I'm pretty sure. They beat NYXL the first time,
Mhm.
and then they had to beat NYXL again. So they played 3 games in one day, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'm glad they
Yeah.
moved it to Sunday because like it cut it down to just the 2.
Well, because I was expecting after that first semifinal game ended, I expected there to be another semifinal to see who they would be competing against, but it was already decided
Yeah,
that Excel was. And also, let's talk about New York Excel. So they keep calling them Excel, but their name is Excelsior. Do they just like call them
I
Excel for like abbreviation because it's too long to say
yeah
Excelsior?
I guess so.
I
It's just
guess
like,
so.
why did you pick that name?
I know. I don't know. That was bugging me. Oh, wait. Oh my God. I forgot to tell you the most important thing. I have to go back just a second. Just a second. Let's rewind to when I was watching the contender game this morning. Um, because there was one of the teams was Bazaar and the other was Talon. And this one caster, he kept making the joke. He would say something. He was like, it was close, but no Bazaar. And this other caster didn't think it was funny, but I thought it was really funny. And he made that joke at least twice, and I really appreciated it.
It's an alright show.
It's not as funny as I think it was. I don't know. All right, go back to.
I mean, so yeah, stage 2 is really cool. The finals, thought Philadelphia Fusion played great against Spitfire. They had a really great showing, and they were so close to winning. Like they were right there, and I feel like the pressure got to them. That or NYXL was playing like possum, and like they were like, "All right, here we go, reverse sweep.
I don't
Let's do
know.
it."
That would be a dangerous game to play.
They can like, but it definitely, and then but also you got to feel for because did NYXL have to play 2 games that day or just 1?
No, no, because there was only the semifinal and then the final. There
You're
were only
right.
2 games that
Okay.
day. Because that
Yeah.
was surprising.
Um. Yeah. So I do feel like Fusion had a slight disadvantage because they've been playing more, so they may have
Hmm.
just been kind of out of it.
Although, I
Um.
mean, to be fair, I mean, we start playing games and we play games for hours. So, I mean, you get into your groove. So, I don't know that it's
Yes, but how often
necessarily
are we playing
under that
for
pressure.
a
That's true.
yeah under that pressure for that much money? Like
Yeah,
that starts to take a toll on your
it's true.
brain.
It's true.
And I know we're talking about playing video games right now and not like
But
disarming a
still.
bomb, but um.
Okay, let me just say,
Oh,
in this semifinal, um, I think it was on the fourth map, they brought this kid Snillo in, and he was
oh yeah.
playing Tracer, and holy shit, he was blowing me away.
I
Um,
don't think like I have watched a few of Philadelphia Fusion's games, but I've never seen Snillo play.
I know it
And so
was
this is my
like,
first time seeing him, and I'm like,
yeah,
holy shit.
yeah, seemed like maybe he doesn't play all that much because I think Carpe on Fusion, I think he also plays Tracer a lot. Because I think he
Yes.
was playing Tracer, he was playing Widowmaker, and just being unbelievable. One thing I've noticed from watching the Overwatch League is like the some of these guys are just incredible widowmakers and tracers, and like the
Yeah.
things that they can do, it's just unbelievable. And like those things can just turn the tide for their team. It seems like, I mean, all the players can have their moments, but like those seem to be like consistently super impressive. Um, and also what Philadelphia Fusion did, they won two maps. I think it was Hanamura and was it Route 66? Whatever the two
Yes.
maps were that the Spitfire had been completely undefeated on. So that was impressive that they that managed to do that.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the finals was a real good game. The first like two and a half maps, you thought the Fusion was going to be able to do it, and then stuff started going downhill.
Yeah. Um, I feel like Philadelphia Infusion has some like I think Snell is an incredible Twister play. Like I would say he's one of the best.
Yeah.
And then they have a player named Shadowburn who is arguably, in my opinion, like the best Genji in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime he like does anything, it's an instant highlight reel.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish they would have played him over EQO, and like maybe there would have been a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a small complaint with the Overwatch League, and it's just like I feel like they should have done a draft for these people because I think it's a little unfair that teams like London Spitfire, teams like NIXL, teams like Seoul Dynasty were pretty much almost all completely a team prior to the league, like when they
Mm-hmm.
played in the random tournaments they had, and then someone bought so the New York team, that guy who owns that
Mm-hmm.
team bought that team and was like, I'm just gonna bring all these people over.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like if there was a draft, it would be like make games a little bit more entertaining because you would have to like you'd see these people learning to work with people they don't maybe speak the same language with, and maybe that
Yeah.
could be tough at times. But like
Okay,
the
that could be like a deal breaker at times if you
yeah,
can't get your
but I feel like
communication
it'd be a
together.
little bit. It wouldn't be so like steamrolly because these dudes have played together for the past 2 years.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, granted, NYXL got taken to the limit, so
Mm.
like they were one game away from losing.
Yeah.
I mean, good for them for winning, but like it just I don't know. Just sometimes I don't like that. Like I wish,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm like really rooting for a semi-American team to win. I don't know. Maybe it's
Yeah.
just that like Olympic part of me.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I hate sports earlier, so I don't really get these references I'm making. Um, I mean, there's some stage two was really crazy. Like
Yeah.
everything that happened. Like people who looked good at stage one did not do so good in stage two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of drama, a lot more drama in stage two. I'm
So
wondering if
yeah.
stage three is going to be as drama ridden. Some great games though, and I'm sure stage three will be even better. And like, already kind of looking forward to stage four because like it's for all the marbles. That's for like that.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I think it's like stage four should be actually. I need to find out now. I need to look this up because I don't know if stage four is the end or stage four ends it, and then they do based on how everybody ranks over the four stages. That's how we get a finals and who competes for the big like. Because I think these all have been for like a quarter of a million or yeah, quarter of a
Okay.
million. And I think the finals is for either a million or 2 million.
Do the
So
players get all that money, or does it go to the team and the
I think
team
it's
owner gets to
split
decide?
amongst the players, but also it's like maybe half goes to the team and then
Okay.
half goes to the players. So I mean, you're still making a
Yeah,
good amount of money.
that's
Plus,
still
they're
awesome.
getting paid a salary,
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
and they get like free living and all that. Um,
That's cool.
so going into stage three, do you have any like predictions? Like, do you think
No.
Shanghai Dragons finally gonna get a win?
Yes,
Um,
I believe that Shanghai Dragons are gonna turn it around. They're gonna do great. I mean, they might not win the full stage, but I feel like they're gonna make us proud. They're gonna show us
yeah,
some good stuff. As far as the other teams, no, I have no idea. There's no telling what's gonna happen.
I have a slight feeling because
Mhm.
I look at all the Reddits and all
Yeah.
that Dallas Fuel
Hmm.
about to have a major shakeup. Um, I think LA Valiant is going to have a major shakeup because LA Valiant does a kind of like pseudo TV show, like a
Yeah.
reality TV show,
Hmm.
and this past episode they showed them bringing them all to In-N-Out in California,
Uh-huh.
and they pretty much like made this guy like they made this guy feel like the entire team hates him,
Oh.
and that if he doesn't do good, he could be gone from the team. And like it's clearly like to cause drama and like raise
Yeah.
this reality TV show thing, but it's like why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
Especially when the player is like one of the best players in the league. And then with Dallas Fuel, like it just came out that like the coach like does not communicate with his team at all.
Mm,
Like he just decides stuff and that's it. So
that sucks.
yeah, so I feel like Dallas Fuel is in for a major shakeup, and I think LA Valiant's the same way. I think Shanghai is going to win a match, one way
Yeah,
or the other.
definitely they're
They're going
going
to win.
to.
It could be I honestly believe it could be against Dallas Fuel because Dallas Fuel can't seem to get
Okay.
many things going.
Yeah.
Um, I predict that NYXL and London Spitfire will be back in the semifinals, finals because they're good
Yeah.
teams. I'm interested to see who else will be there with them. I feel like going into Overwatch League, everyone was like, "Oh, Seoul Dynasty is going to be amazing." Still, Dynasty hasn't been in either of those state finals, so I guess not.
We'll see. Everybody could
Yeah,
turn it around. I mean,
yeah, true.
you never know once it starts clicking. So,
Um, yeah,
yeah.
really good stage for Overwatch,
Yeah.
and I definitely need to go play some Overwatch because Brigade is out,
Oh my
and you were telling me how
god!
awesome she
I
is.
forgot I've played as her a lot now, and she is so much fun. I highly recommend her. So she's
So I think I
got
have to get in
her
there.
long distance flail, which that thing actually goes like quite a while. I mean quite far. She's got her up close smack. She's got her shield, which when you have your shield up, you can bash somebody and you stun them for a second, and then you smack them with your flail some more. And then you throw little healing things at your buddies. And then I am not sure, I still don't really know what her ultimate does, but it seems like when you activate it, you get like super powered up and like you do a lot more damage and you go around. I don't know. It seems fantastic. I enjoy it when it happens. I should look up what it actually does. But I've been
It's
having a lot of fun as her.
it's a circle around her. She moves faster, and the people in the circle around you get armor constantly.
Sweet.
So it's almost like healing, but with armor.
And it's just fucking fantastic. Also, I think when you hit stuff, enemies with your flail, it heals your teammates as
Yes,
well. So I mean,
yes, it does.
she's great. Um,
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
so yeah,
Well, I've seen people play her, and she
she's a
looks
lot
like
of
a
fun. I can state
really,
for a
really good
fact she's a lot of fun. So you should go check her out. But
player.
yeah, all right. I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Because you were supposed to give me some jazz hands to tell me when we were starting to run long, and I never got
We were
those
having fun
jazz hands.
talking. I just
I
want to keep
know.
going.
Well, I know, but I want to keep an eye on that timer. I don't want like 2 hour videos, Cody.
Our podcast, we can do however long
It
we want.
takes forever to export those videos, let me tell you. Um,
Touche.
touche. Okay, guys. Quick thing. If you would be so kind to go to iTunes and leave us a review, we would love that. It helps people find our podcast, and it also makes us feel good about ourselves, as long as you're giving us a nice review. If you're going to leave us a bad one, you don't have to. You could just skip it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, and if you leave us a good review, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll write you a nice note. Like, hey, you smell good. Don't ask me how I know, but you do.
Don't ask him how he knows. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Just gonna let that go. But yeah, you can reach out to us. We're always open for listener questions. So we're at contact@geekheartgames.com. On Facebook and Twitter, we're at Geek Heart Games. You can watch all our videos over at geekheartgames.com/YouTube. We just wrapped Two Guardians.
Yes.
We'll be starting a new series in the near future. Should we tell them what it is? Or should we wait and it be a surprise?
Let's wait.
Okay.
Let it be a surprise.
When it comes out, you'll be real excited about it.
Yeah. There's no way you'll ever figure out what it was.
It'll be great. Like I said, join us on Discord. We have some really fun discussions. Unless Cody starts talking about obscure things that I don't know about. But we've got our puns, we've got our pets, we got fun game talk. That is at geekheartgames.com/discord. I am at SKSUVAK. Cody.
I am at Comic Book Cody.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Cody, can you take us out?
This is how you actually do this. We're just two geeks who heart games. Do 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 do. Yeah.
You want to give me some of those jazz hands?
Oh yeah, jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Good job.
We were going to do yearbook pictures in the 7th grade. And this teacher wrote on the board, jack it off before.
I just heard it. I just now understood.
But didn't write take your jacket off. She just said, she just wrote jacket off. And then she would yell at people. They didn't take their jacket off. She was like, jack it off, jack it off. And like, it became this joke, and like she did not like get it. And then like it was like the last day of 7th grade, and she was like, "All right, I need y'all to explain this to me. Y'all won't get in trouble."
Oh no!
Why were you guys so much laughing so much at jack it off? And like we like somebody broke it down like syllable by syllable, and she was like, "Oh, that's why my husband was laughing about it when I told him." But he wouldn't explain it to me.
Oh, that poor
like,
lady.
This poor lady. Like, but yeah.
Okay, well that made me laugh and that got me warmed up, so I do think I need to take the jacket off.